Hello, everyone. It's me, Bobbie D. It's Tuesday, and it's time to talk. Tuesday Talks with Bobbie D is sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You could find them on Instagram, or you could email them at vibrantsouls@gmail.com. Well, today is Groundhog's Day, and I didn't want to wait around too much because I wanted to start on time, but I do want to let you know that Punxsutawney Phil, which is the groundhog for our area of town, the world. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's funny. I found out last year, I guess it was, that there are more than just Punxsutawney Phil doing this. But I guess that makes sense, right? Because not everyone is going through, well, we are now, I guess, but not everyone is technically going through the same type of winter weather. So it does make sense that there are different groundhogs predicting weather. So here is Punxsutawney Phil. Punxsutawney is a tiny little town in Pennsylvania. And what's interesting is that I believe that is really all, well, I shouldn't say that's all that it's known for, but that is really the biggest thing. What's happening today is the absolute biggest thing. And from what I understand, we've never done it before, but people will go there and they'll be maybe spend the night before. They'll be waiting for hours and hours. They've been there for hours and hours waiting. And the inner circle will set things up, get things ready to go. And then at 7:30, that's right, just a few moments ago, they will announce or live stream what Punxsutawney Phil predicted. Now, after such crazy, crazy weather this past week, I'm sure you're probably thinking that Punxsutawney Phil, or whatever Phil that you listen to, will say that there are 6 more weeks of winter, right? But it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I always get it confused, even though I teach this to my students. I'm not sure if Punxsutawney Phil or Phil sees his shadow at 6 more weeks of winter, I think, or it could be the mix of, or if he doesn't see his shadow, spring is on the way. Well, if I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I really do, but winter will never miss its turn unless global warming happens. But as you can see, winter surprised most of the country, right? Most of the United States of America. And it shocked us last week. We weren't expecting so much snow and ice. So basically, what I was thinking is, well, I'm not even thinking it, but winter, I heard it, you could look it up. I don't know who said it, but winter will never miss its turn. And spring is always on the way after winter. So it'll say, oh, there's 6 more weeks of winter, or spring is on the way in 6 weeks. It's the same thing. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm so sorry to tell you that. But winter will never miss its turn. It is a time for, the reason why it's so cold, in my opinion, is it's a time to cleanse the earth. I know that it looks like the trees, the leaves are falling off the trees. Everything looks gross and, dead. I hate to say it. But if you think about it, the leaves fall off the trees, go through all this. It's cold, it's miserable, everybody stays inside. But it's a good 3 or so months where it's cold and it's just cleansing the earth or that area. That's why, you know, that's why winter doesn't necessarily happen at the same time for everybody, right? So as the world turns, right, as it spins, as it orbits around the sun, it's a cleansing every time. It's cleansing out all of those um, impurities, all of those germs, all of the grossness from winter colds and COVID and all that kind of stuff. Now, all those things can still come during the warmer months, of course, right? But it's not quite as it's almost like it's a build up, right? It's a build up, and then winter comes and it just kind of clears it all up, clears it. That's why do you think there's such freezing, temperatures out there? It's to help kind of, coldness kind of helps to kill the germs. So it's kind of like a cleansing. So, that's what you want to happen. That's what you want. So as, God and the earth clear and clean the earth, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to try to do. Let us remember that though, no matter what Punxsutawney Phil must have said today, I don't know. I'll find out in a minute too. I'm not going to hold you up because I want you to find out too. And let me know what city or state that you're in. And if you also have Punxsutawney Phil, I think there's a Phyllis, not Punxsutawney, but something Phyllis. There's a couple other groundhogs around the country, but I believe that Punxsutawney might be the most famous. Oh yeah, I kind of went off track there. But the cleansing. Don't forget, even though you're stuck in a house and you're thinking, it is, believe it or not, a good thing. It is a good thing. Also, something else I trailed off on. Sorry about my trail off. Ooh, I'm telling you, so much to say. But Punxsutawney Phil here in Pennsylvania, whenever, people will come, this is what I heard. They'll come, maybe stay the night. If not, they'll drive into Punxsutawney. And then once they get there, it's kind of like, okay, and it's this great big buildup, and people say that it is fun and wild and cold, of course, and they're doing all these things. And then they pull the groundhog out, and they make their predictions, and they do this whole thing. And then afterwards, when it's done, people go to the local breakfast shop or whatever it is, and they go eat, and then they get back on the road. So this is really Punxsutawney's, I don't know, Mardi Gras, their Christmas. I guess that's the best way. That's what you could say. So yeah, so if you've ever been to Punxsutawney or to another groundhog celebration, we'd love to know. Let us know down here in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a wonderful sunny day, as you can see. I hope that the groundhog gives you the information that you want. Just remember, winter stays until it doesn't. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again really, really soon. Have an amazing day and happy Groundhog's Day. Happy Punxsutawney Phyllis, the groundhog. I think it's Phyllis. There's another one, I think, on the West Coast, I believe. West. Well, we're northeast, so we're northeast. So I think there's one down south and west. I don't know about Midwest. Maybe it is Midwest. I'm sorry. Please make sure, though, you check and see. And again, if you already know, no, we don't look at Punxsutawney. Punxsutawney doesn't come in, we don't do that, or we don't stream that or whatever. Let me know, okay? I'd be very, very interested to know. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Groundhogs Day. Bye.